Hello and welcome to the Product Manager's Handbook. Today we're going to talk about testing from the perspective of product managers. Keep watching to learn why testing is so important and what types of tests to focus on. Subscribe to our channel to be up to date and never miss our episodes. Click here to visit our social media profiles like Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn for more tips and tricks. Let's get started. As a product manager, you need to realize the importance of testing throughout the product development process. While you are unlikely to do the testing yourself, you have the power to commission testing and push your team to do more tests. But why is testing so important? Well, it comes from the place of better being safe than sorry. Testing early on minimizes risk and increases chances of the product's success, which is ultimately what every PM wants. Alright, so what should you be testing? First, let's focus on what you should be testing, because it's much easier to decide on the testing method once you already know what you want to achieve. Here's 5 things you should absolutely be testing. First, test what you've already tested. Testing tends to be a one and done kind of a thing in most companies, but the thing is that truths and opinions change over time. If there is something you tested and threw out a few years ago, the results might be different today. Second, test your successes. If we succeed, we tend not to ask ourselves why, but actually testing why you achieved success, what is working and achieving goals is a very powerful source of information for you and your entire team. Third, test the sales process. Similarly to testing your successes, you should always be tracking and testing your sales process, especially if they are working great. Because it might turn out that your sales are high because you have one good salesperson on the team. What happens if they leave? Test multiple sales strategies and channels to constantly improve and optimize your product sales. Fourth, test your data. As we tend to do with success, we also tend not to challenge data. But your data might be flawed. Relying on incomplete data or bad analysis tools and methods can be a very big problem, so test your data collection and analysis. Fifth, test your assumptions. Lastly, test your assumptions. In one of the previous episodes of the Product Manager's Handbook, we said that you are not the user. And that's why your assumptions can be really far from the truth sometimes, even if you're a very experienced PM. So always challenge your way of thinking and test your assumptions. What is the most important is that you empower your team to test. Always support their initiative to challenge assumptions, features and ideas. As a PM, you need to work through your team instead of over their heads. The same thing goes for testing. Alright, that's it for today's episode. In the next one, I will tell you all about how to effectively use deadlines in your projects. Remember to subscribe to our channel and tune in every Tuesday at 5 PM. Click here to visit our social media profiles like Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn for more tips and tricks. I hope you liked this video and I will see you next week.